Hi folks, welcome to the Mayor's Desk. Normally I'll be talking to you a couple of weeks ago, but like so many of you, I've also been down with one of the winter bugs, coming good now. So I thought I'd just recap some of the things you know have happened and just how important they are to Whyalla. And of course it was only a couple of weeks ago that the Premier was in town for two reasons. Meeting out at the Steelworks and the announcement that the administrators have now got the operation to such a level that they can go to market, which is great news. Yes, it's still going to be a long haul and it may take 12 months to get a sale, but I think what a lot of the optimism throughout the city has been about is knowing from the administrators for a long time that there are some really potential buyers out there. There's going to be a lot of due diligence between the government, the negotiations, so it will be a long haul for them to finally come up with the potential new owner of the Steelworks. So that is great, and I'll certainly be looking forward to next week's regular public briefing from the administrators to see what they're saying to us right now about the current situation. So good news there. Also, the Premier was in town to be part of the official launch, the opening of the upgraded airport, the $30-odd million that the governments, both federal and state, have put into the project, showing their confidence to the future of Whyalla, because we do need our regional airport. Without an airport, we don't have our medicos coming up from Adelaide. We don't have professionals. We don't have the intercity travel that's required by business. Very important for the future development, and of course what will happen at the Steelworks once that is sorted, new owners are in and the future moves ahead. So that was fantastic news. Definitely needed that airport for Whyalla and the region. Council adopted recently its budget for the coming year. Yes, a 3.1% rate increase. Council, as far as elected members and administration, I can assure you we've worked exceptionally hard to keep that rate increase close to CPI. In fact, you will find that no council anywhere can ever really increase the rates to less than CPI. Now, I know a lot of people say, look, the economy's not good, there shouldn't be a rate rise. It is vastly different trying to run a city than perhaps your own household budget, where we have infrastructure developed in Whyalla for 60-odd thousand. We've got 22,000 people here. We still have commitments. You still want facilities. Our rate increase is one of the lowest in South Australia. We're very fortunate that we've been able to keep it down. A lot of hard work. If we look at our regional neighbours, a lot of the rate increases there were between, say, 4%, upwards of 7-8%. And I know quite a few of the metropolitan councils are in that 5 to 6% increase. I can assure you that the project work we're going ahead with is only possible because of grants we've received. So that will go, and they're the things the community is waiting for. Our master plan at the foreshore, which is now being worked up, ready to go out for the final tendering, the designs to go back to the community, the work that's going to happen at Civic Park. A lot of this all because of grants. So I do encourage you, if you're wondering, well, exactly what are we going to do this coming year, please go to our website, read the budget, a lot of very valuable information there. Now finally, just wrapping up, we all know we've had two major storms. We've had a significant sand loss down at the foreshore. We're very fortunate there's been no other damage. Lots of coastal councils throughout South Australia, their old jetties have been significantly damaged or absolutely destroyed. We're fortunate there, we've got probably the strongest jetty in South Australia. No issues there. Sand loss, we do need to replace around about 3,000 to 4,000 cubic metres of sand and a lot of the vegetation. However, I will say, sand replenishment and vegetation on the beach is all about being sacrificial to protect our landside assets and our seawall. That has worked. I know some community members don't like vegetation on our sand, but that has helped hold it there, right up against the seawall. Without that, we would have had the potential of the seawall being undermined, and I've seen that before. 25 odd years ago, when we had issues and there was a breach. So our sand replenishment program, our vegetation has worked, and it's going to have to continue to ensure that we do protect our seawall and the land assets that we will be developing on the foreshore. But I have never ever seen photos in my 50 years in Whyalla of the sea lapping around the lighthouse. That was certainly a king tide and a couple of incredible storms. And in the final definite close of my segment this month, stay safe, stay warm, enjoy Cuttlefest. Might be a bit chilly out there, but what I'm told is the cuttlefish are really putting on a turn. You'll only ever see it here in the waters of Whyalla throughout the world. Enjoy the rest of your week. Cheers.